We had a smart home before, and so when we bought this house 7 years ago, we recreated it. And most of our smart home stuff started with security, automation, lighting, door locks. So, it's all geofence and my house unlocks when I get to it. So that's real convenience, right? And that's something that is sellable and that people desire.
It's fun, and how to translate it to other people to get them excited about it is difficult, because it's like, if you're not wanting to do this, you don't want to do the things the way I did them. So for example, we were slammed with the heat wave the last 2 days, trying to navigate my Tesla Powerwall with my solar to manage that heat wave. I'm on critical peak pricing, so we get charged $1 a kilowatt from like 2 to 7 when the alerts go off. Technically my battery is designed to, from our peak load time from 2 to 7, to go to feed solar to the grid and then run our house off the battery, right? And it's just set up, set it and go, right? But when there are weather events, cloudy days, hot days where we know we need more energy to get us through, I have to be ready at 2 and 7 o'clock to switch the system over to use all the solar and battery at once, so that we don't run out of power later and then get charged lots of money. So I've been sort of navigating that a little bit. Like, this has got to be a little smarter, right? It's got to be more intuitive. So that's, one thing. And then another thing on smart ventilation, we've got the old Cosmos system set up, and I know Panasonic's updating to the new one. So again, there you're still kind of messing around with things where you'd hope it'd be a little more smarter. So for example, my range hood will kick on if it selects, but an extra PM 2.5 from cooking, but it takes a while to turn on, 5-minute intervals. So I have to turn it on myself. And then I have to kind of, go in and kind of mess around with it a little bit. Everything is a bit disconnected, and it's just because I'm a bit of a nerd here and enjoy doing this, I'm sort of doing it, but it is certainly not something that I don't think, at least the way I have it set up, is replicatable for everybody.
I have a in-house integrator because my husband is a database architect, so this is what he does for fun. This is not something that an average person would do. But it's amazing to live in that experience. And now the next stages we went through, we've got smart water monitors. Atlanta had some serious issues with water building errors for a while. So we got into that, which opened up, a whole other possibility. And we got into ventilation during COVID. So air quality monitors. We do have the Brone Overture system.
We really just try to keep it simple and all integrated. So we do Google Home, smart lock, smart doorbell. The house did not have a AC system, so we got ourselves an electric heat pump and got rid of the gas furnace, and then that can be operated by our whole Google Home system. XL, the energy provider here, is just transitioning folks to variable pricing, so we're gonna start using that to wait to kick the AC on until 7 p.m. and things like that.
They are really good when they get set up. When you have nerds like us that take a little bit more of an interest in fine-tuning the system, they can really do wonderful things. But for the layperson who buys a home that's smart, but it doesn't get set up correctly and they don't care, we're not really going to see the benefits that we need, frankly. My biggest issue with smart homes is the failure of it should a grid down kind of situation happen.
For me to actually want a smart home, it would have to be, if I lose internet completely, I still have power, I should be able to operate everything because everything's still connected to the router. I know I wouldn't be able to control it remotely without the internet, but if I'm home, I should be able to control that stuff still from my phone because it's still connected to the same Wi-Fi network. And internet goes out pretty often. So Power, not so much. With the internet, it just happens all the time.
I get really excited about the energy management side of things. We do use a Sense monitor, which tries to use AI learning to identify different devices, but it's not perfect, but I think it's given us a lot of information about, what our resting load is in the house, what our overall usage is. We can see our peaks. But I think there's obviously a lot of future interest for resiliency, for understanding, for saving money with that peak load, like what Brett was talking about with using battery, using solar, and being able to go to time of use plans. In Georgia, they're still purely elective, so we're not forced to be on one, although I've been told that that's going to be a future thing where we will no longer have a standard flat rate energy. So it's going to become even more important. So that's sort of the next level I'm kind of interested to get into and do some of that energy arbitrage, if you will.